Hi everybody, I mentioned in yesterday's video that I was possibly interested in signing up for the Santa Fun Run, which is a 5k at the end of November. And the idea behind it is that there are essentially three waves of participants. You've got your runners, you've got your joggers, and then you've got your strollers. So of course it's a kind of a family event. It's supposed to be fun and enjoyable. It's not supposed to be a kind of serious, all-out athletic elite runners event. However, obviously that is an option for people should they wish to do so. Been spending a bit of time with the family this morning. They're really keen to take part. So my mum wants to join in, my sister wants to join in, my two little nephews want to join in as well. They don't want to run, they just want to enjoy it. It's a beautiful place, such a nice environment. I may still go there this week. I'm kind of weighing up options about whether I do or don't want to do it, because it is absolutely beautiful, and if you go there on a nice day, the landscape is out of this world. So anyway, I'm kind of I'm in that strange place where I'm thinking, well, if I go there, it'll be amazing to run it. But if I run it, then I'm not really with my family, which means I'm just going to be running it and then standing around at the end, because to walk 5k obviously takes a lot longer than running it. Not that my 5k best is particularly swift, but it does mean that, you know, if I'm doing it in, let's say, half an hour, to walk it's going to take an hour, possibly a little bit more, and with little ones as well. It's all for a good cause, it's all for charity. It's all for a local hospice, so obviously, you know, the premise behind it is really important, and the message is also important as well. But it's positive for me to be able to enjoy an event like that with others, especially my family. So the plan now is to get a little team name together and proceed, you know, with booking the tickets and all of those things. And what's really nice as well is if the under 12-year-olds get a free Santa suit or elf costume, whichever they prefer. Adults have to source their own, of course, but yeah, it should be really good fun, and it's a great start to the day. Now what I'm actually going to do, it's about 1:30. Had some lunch earlier, a bit of pesto pasta, and I should have given myself enough time. Might give it 20 minutes or so before I head out. But I'm going to go for just a short, light jog, little run, nothing too strenuous. Generally speaking, I'm completely recovered from the half marathon, but I'm keeping it gentle. I'm not pushing myself. I want to be able to spend this week off that I've got being able to run, and not just now going out for a tempo run, pushing myself too hard and then finding myself sat out of action for the next 4 days. That's just completely pointless. It's not what I need to be doing right now. I need to be focusing on the long-term goal as always. And yeah, a nice gentle 5k. I found a lane which, when I do my loop, I run past a road, and it sounds ridiculous, but I kind of do this horseshoe. When I come down the other, I guess, leg of the horseshoe, there's another road. Now you'd think those two roads would join, wouldn't you, in the middle, but they've got two different names. So at the moment I can't quite figure out if they do join, or whether they are two roads which actually end up crossing over each other, but both dead ends. I don't really know. That's my plan today, just to explore that route whilst I can. Weather's stunning, pretty chilly out there. We've got the brightness of the sun, but it's not that warm, so probably going to go kind of my long running tights, if you like. I'm going to go that rather than shorts, and then probably a short sleeve will be fine, because my race vest does tend to keep me a little bit warm anyway. That's the plan. Catch you on the road. Just about to head out the door. It's looking really good out there. It's looking really good. The weather's actually brightened up a lot more since I recorded the previous video, so I'm hoping that it should be a great environment to be out in, and I'm going to take it easy, like I said, and hopefully discover a new route as well. If I can discover a route that adds an extra kilometre or two at least, or gives me some kind of additional loop, then I can start to plan future runs as well. It's important, I think, whilst you're out there in the good weather, to see what the availability is, because as the weather starts to turn, I need to be planning my routes even more carefully and figuring out the most safe and accessible ways to complete my runs. So fingers crossed I learned something new today, and if not, hey, getting out there all the same. Oh, that's a bit mean. Can't get too close to these sheep anymore. Surprisingly good effort. First 2 kilometres under 5 minutes per kilometre. Really good stuff. I'll probably start to relax now. When I get to 3k, I'll just bring it back a tad because finding it, quite tiring. But it felt good to start with, which is why I went with it. Anyway, I was approaching 3.5k, came around the corner, and basically a guy leaf blowing blew everything into my path, which meant I've been stopped for a few minutes now, so dirt in my eyes. It was absolutely awful. So, given that I'm by the side of a main road, I thought it was a better option to stop and just figure out what is going on instead of sort of running blindly, so to speak. Obviously, I had some vision, but the amount of dirt and leaves just poof right in the face. So I'll do some light jogging in a moment, but I just thought I'll stop for now because I wasn't expecting, obviously, so I'm running into just a cloud. It's a shame because I was doing really well, my pace was great. Managed to do 3 kilometres in under 5 minutes per kilometre, and frustrating as well, that's a nice downhill section back there, which was jeopardised by the man just doing his job, obviously. He didn't do it on purpose, but just, bad timing. Happened to walk into him as he was doing it, and now there's a horse coming my way. This is peculiar. And there it is, there's the horse that I just walked past. That was a beautiful horse. I would have filmed it coming towards me, but the guy didn't seem to have it fully under control. He seemed to be more or less manhandling it to keep on route. I don't know where they came from, where they're going to, but it didn't seem to be in line or aligned with the horse's feelings. So just a little shot from behind there, unfortunately, but a stunning horse. Never seen a horse look so good. Beautiful white, don't know the breed, don't know anything like that, but just those stunning colours, especially against this autumn backdrop. Okay, so this is the new road. I don't know where it leads to. I'm just running down it now. There is no path, that's the only issue. I'm kind of just running by the side of the road, so it's probably not the best idea I've had. I don't even know where it goes to. I may well be turning around in a moment, but for the time being, we're explorers. As expected, the road took me back to where I begin my loop, which is normally around this way like that. But then, there goes discovery. Definite potential trails around here, but I don't really know the routes well enough at this stage. I'll use Strava and see how we get on. Five kilometres in, I think it's 24:35, I think. It's not the watch anymore. Really happy with my splits. Like I say, a couple of the kilometres under 5 minutes per kilometre, very pleasing. And then I think my slowest one was when I walked down that new route. I forgot to mention, basically it was 5 minutes and 10 seconds. There was no path, so that meant I had to run on the verge. And added to that, when cars came past, now bear in mind they've got the whole road, because it was only one car coming at the time. I swear, if I was not on the verge, I would have been hit by the car. I can't describe how ridiculously close this car was, even though I was stood up on the verge, more or less back to the trees, trying to do the polite thing. Ridiculous. So it means that realistically that route is too dangerous to do in the evening. I'd only be able to do it in the day, and even then I've obviously got to be very wary, because apparently it's there's not enough space for a car on a 2-lane road. Anyway, let's keep it light, let's keep it positive. A very successful run. I only intended to go out and run between 5:30 and 6 minutes per kilometre. I had no intention of going at any particularly quick pace, but body was up for it. It delivered. It wasn't a tempo run at the beginning, but I guess it became slightly more tempo as it progressed. But I'm starting to evaluate now my pacing to decide what is race and what isn't, what is light and what isn't, so on and so forth. Anyway, thanks for checking out today's vlog. See you guys tomorrow.